So a minute's silence for Danny Richards. So round 4 of our Winter League at Ivy House Lakes, drawn peg 3 on Heron. Well, with all this rain and stuff, undoubtedly it's going to fish quite tough. There's millions of fish in this lake. So I thought I'd start the feeder, little maggot feeder, hopefully catch a few fish, and obviously just shipped out the pole and just rattled in a few maggots, just so I haven't fed nothing there. So obviously either side, as you can see, Mark to my left and Matt to my right are both started on the pole. I just thought I've got the feeder to myself, hopefully might, nick a few early fish. I just text my mate Derek with some words of wisdom. So obviously this is sped up. Don't see the point of watching the video when I'm not catching anything. It's not very entertaining. So just fishing a little maggot feed, a little Preston, just load up with pinkies and then just put a tiny bit of ground bait in, so some seafood expander. And I don't shut the slot, so it's almost like a window feeder. So I just feel like the maggots are going to come out, because I worry that with maggot feeder fishing, not that I'm an expert because I'm so I worry that half the time they don't come out because the water's so cold. The maggots ain't going to wriggle very far, so therefore you don't want to fill your feeder right up. And also having that sort of window open, then obviously the maggots are actually going to come out. That's my theory anyway, that's my take on it. So 012 hook length, £3 main line, so £3 maxi, 012 hook length and a size 20 hook, and just fish a double maggot. So small F1. Unfortunately, I was the only one I caught, and Mark's had 4 F1s to my 1, so it's forced me to go out on the pole. Yeah, Rob Guppy on 24 has gone off like a train. Wow, no, that's not true, exaggerated. He's a bit slow start to begin with, and then he's had a real good steady run. He was a bit unlucky really, because it slowed up for him. The last part of the match it slowed up. I don't know if the fish just moved in front of us, to be honest with you, because the last part of my match was quite good, which is not on film. Battery run out. So just fishing 012 main line to an 09 hook length, 4x10 float, Gaz Malman, don't hate me John Walker, and just real light little stots. I think it takes about 5 number 11 starts or 6 number 11 starts. The size 22 Guru FM F1 hook. So just felt I was just falling behind. Mark was catching well, Rob was catching well, Steve Waters was struggling a little bit, but he had a few fish. He was beating me, and obviously didn't know what was going on around the back. To be fair, pegs 13, 14, 15, 16 in the winter, they just tend to be really, really tough pegs for whatever reason. don't know if it just gets colder around there because there's more trees, and maybe to do with the sun, or I have no idea. So just plodding away and just thinking, should I go back on the feeder? Also, I did have a good run a couple of years ago just by fishing pellets, feeding next to nothing, and just chasing them around the peg. Maggots seem to be dominating at the moment. This is a bad sign, as I quickly and sort of knew. As soon as you catch one of them tiny fish, then you sort of know your peg's beginning to fade. Had another carp. I'm just gone on the pellet line. I apologise for the water on the camera lens, but it's raining. I just opened that I was catching fish on the pellets, just literally rattling in some micros, fishing a 2-minute spander over the top. Just using loads of lids, upper box. Wow, I'll rephrase that. Using bait boxes just to cover my bait, so empty bait boxes, just shove them on the top. Stops everything getting so wet. Should get one of them rain covers really. That's my biggest fish of the day, probably about £1.10. And as you can see, the weights are quite tight.